Have you ever looked down at your legs and thought, why do they feel weaker than they used to? You're eating well. You're staying active as much as you can. You're even taking your vitamins, just like they say you should. But still, your legs aren't what they used to be. Maybe you're noticing small things, like struggling to get up from a chair that never used to be a problem. Feeling off balance when walking across a room. Or your legs giving out when you least expect it. And maybe it's not happening to you, but to someone you love. Maybe it's your husband, your wife, your aging parent. They used to be active, full of energy. But now, they move slower. They hesitate. They sit more. They hold onto walls and railings like it's second nature. And you're doing everything right, right? They're eating decent meals, taking all their daily supplements, getting a little exercise when they can. So why are their legs still getting weaker? Here's a thought no one wants to face. What if it's the vitamins? I know. That probably sounds strange. Maybe even a little uncomfortable to hear. Because vitamins are supposed to help. They're supposed to protect us. But here's the thing, after the age of 60, your body doesn't process things the same way it used to. Some vitamins that were helpful in your 30s or 40s can actually backfire in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And yes, that includes ones most people take every single day. Without question. Without knowing the long-term effects. Now I'm not talking about rare supplements or obscure health fads. I'm talking about 3 common vitamins found in everyday multivitamins, bone health boosters, and energy blends that could actually be draining your leg strength, slowly, silently, without warning. One of them? You probably have it in your cabinet right now. It's sitting there. Looks harmless. But for someone over 60, it might be doing more harm than good. In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 worst vitamins that could be weakening your legs after 60, and most importantly, what you can do instead. You're going to walk away with clarity. With simple, smart choices you can make today. Because leg strength isn't just about walking, it's about independence. It's about being able to get up, go outside, take care of yourself. And the moment your legs start to go, everything else gets harder. So if you or someone you love is over 60 and you've noticed a change in strength, balance, or stability, I want you to do something simple. Leave a comment below and just write, "I'm here." Let's talk about it. Let's learn together. Because awareness? That's where healing starts. And if this kind of honest, heart-centered health advice matters to you, take a second and subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute. We're building a community that believes in care, in truth, and in living your later years with dignity, clarity, and strength. Now, let's uncover what those 3 vitamins are, and how they could be secretly working against you. Let's start with the first one. Vitamin E. Sounds innocent enough, right? It's marketed as a heart helper, an antioxidant, even a skin enhancer. And for years, people have trusted it, especially as they age. But let me tell you a story. Mr. Harris was 68. Retired, fairly active, and sharp as a tack. He took pride in managing his own health. Every morning, he had his routine, light stretching, breakfast, a cup of tea, and his supplements. One of those? A high-dose vitamin E capsule. He swore by it. He read somewhere it was good for the heart, that it could prevent clogged arteries. So he took it religiously. Not just the recommended dose, but much more. Because like many of us, he thought, if a little is good, more must be better. But a few months later, things began to change. He started getting leg cramps at night. Nothing unbearable at first, just enough to wake him up, groaning, rubbing his calves. Then came the instability. He'd lose his balance just getting out of bed. Walking across the hallway became a cautious activity. Stairs? He avoided them altogether. He thought maybe it was just age. But deep down, he knew something wasn't right. What he didn't realize was that the very vitamin he trusted, vitamin E, was quietly working against him. You see, in small amounts, vitamin E is important. It helps protect cells from oxidative damage. But when you overdo it, especially after 60, it becomes a problem. Excessive vitamin E starts thinning your blood. Now that might not sound too bad, but it also interferes with how your muscles work. High doses can block calcium from being absorbed properly, and your muscles need calcium to contract, to stay strong, and to respond when you need them. Without it, you get cramps, weakness, and that unsettling feeling that your legs just don't support you the way they used to. And here's the part most people don't know: too much vitamin E can block vitamin K. And vitamin K isn't just about blood clotting. It plays a vital role in nerve signaling and muscle tone. So when you flood your body with vitamin E supplements, especially the high-dose kind, you're disrupting that delicate balance. The nerves that talk to your muscles, they start to misfire. The strength in your legs, it starts to fade. And the worst part? You don't feel it happening until one day you realize you can't trust your own legs. Here's the truth: more is not always better. Especially with fat-soluble vitamins like E. They don't leave your body quickly like water-soluble ones. They build up. And when they do, they can silently erode your strength. So what can you do? Keep it simple. Stick to the recommended daily intake, about 15 milligrams a day. That's enough. You don't need mega doses. If your doctor hasn't told you to take high-dose vitamin E, don't do it on your own. And if you're already taking a multivitamin, check the label. See how much vitamin E is in it. You might be getting more than you think. Sometimes, the smallest changes can make the biggest difference. And if you thought vitamin E was surprising, wait until you hear about the next one. It's a vitamin that's heavily marketed as an energy booster. Something people over 60 are encouraged to take to fight fatigue. But in reality, it might be draining your strength from the inside out. Let's talk about the second one. Vitamin B6. Now this one might really surprise you. Because when you hear B vitamins, what do you think of? Energy, vitality, maybe even sharper focus. And that's not entirely wrong. B vitamins are essential for how your body turns food into fuel. But here's the twist. Margaret was 73. Still full of life. She didn't want to slow down, even though her body was telling her otherwise. Her friends were taking B-complex vitamins, so she decided to give it a try. She bought a well-known brand, big letters on the bottle, Natural Energy Support. It had a mix of B1, B2, B12, and a large dose of B6. At first, she felt fine. Maybe even a little boost. But within a few weeks, something changed. Her legs started feeling strange. Like jelly. Not the tired kind of weak, but unsteady. She told her daughter she felt like she was walking on sponges. Then came the tingling, pins and needles that wouldn't go away. And one day, while getting out of bed, she nearly collapsed. Her legs didn't catch her like they used to. At first, the doctor thought it was nerve-related. Maybe age-related neuropathy. But when they looked closer, they found the real culprit hiding in plain sight: her vitamin bottle. Vitamin B6. Now don't get me wrong, your body does need B6. It's important for brain function and nerve health. But here's what no one tells you: in high doses, B6 becomes toxic to your nerves. That's right, too much of this energy vitamin can actually damage the very nerves that help your legs move, feel, and stay balanced. And the damage starts silently. You won't feel it overnight. But over weeks and months, especially if you're taking 100 milligrams a day or more, you may start to notice burning, numbness, or a strange loss of coordination in your legs. And here's the catch: those high doses? They're often hiding in over-the-counter B-complex supplements. Many of them contain far more than you need. Why? Because they're marketed for energy. And people believe more is better. But here's the truth. As we age, our metabolism slows. The kidneys, our natural filters, don't work as quickly as they used to. So these vitamins, especially ones like B6, can start to build up in the body. Instead of giving you energy, they start attacking your nerves. And in seeing ears, that nerve damage shows up first where the nerves are longest and most vulnerable: your legs. So what should you do? Simple. Flip that vitamin bottle over. Look at the label. If your B6 dose is anywhere near or over 100 milligrams, that's too much. Even 50 milligrams daily, taken long-term, can be a problem for some people. Aim for something much lower, closer to 1.5 to 2 milligrams per day. That's the recommended amount for older adults, unless your doctor says otherwise. And remember, if you're already eating a balanced diet, you may not even need extra B6 at all. It's about balance, not boosting. Because protecting your legs means protecting the nerves that control them. Now, if this one caught you off guard, the next one might be the most shocking of all. It's a vitamin that's often added to bone health supplements, especially for older adults. You're told it's essential for keeping bones strong. And in many cases, it is. But if your kidneys aren't in top shape, or if you're taking it alongside other supplements, this one can backfire fast. And the result? Muscle pain, stiffness, and legs that feel like they're made of stone. Now let's talk about the third one. Vitamin D. Yes, the sunshine vitamin. The one you've probably been told is essential for strong bones, especially as you get older. And you know what? That part is true. Vitamin D is important. It helps your body absorb calcium, keeps bones strong, and supports the immune system. But here's what nobody tells you: too much of it, taken without monitoring, can lead to something far more dangerous than weak bones. Let me tell you about James. He was 70, recently retired, and doing all the right things. He walked in the mornings, stayed active in his community, and took his vitamins faithfully. When his doctor mentioned that older adults often have low vitamin D levels, James didn't wait for a blood test. He went straight to the supplement aisle. He picked up a bottle of vitamin D3, 5,000 IU per pill. He thought, if I'm going to protect my bones, I need to go all in. So he took it every day. Not just for a week, not just a month, but for a whole year. At first, he felt fine. But then, the leg cramps started. Tight, sharp spasms that woke him in the middle of the night. He began to notice stiffness too. His calves felt tight, his thighs didn't stretch easily. Even walking up a short flight of stairs made his legs feel heavy. He thought it was aging. But underneath it all, something else was happening. His body was becoming overloaded with calcium. Here's how that works. When you take too much vitamin D, especially without regular blood work, it can raise your calcium levels too high. This condition is called hypocalcemia, and it doesn't just affect your bones. It begins to mess with your muscles. The extra calcium floating around in your blood affects how muscles contract and relax. Instead of moving smoothly, they tighten unpredictably. That's what causes those cramps and stiffness. On top of that, high vitamin D can throw off your body's magnesium and potassium levels, two minerals your muscles need to function properly. Without enough magnesium, your muscles feel tight and sore. Without potassium, weakness creeps in, and your legs stop responding the way they used to. And there's something else. Too much vitamin D puts strain on your kidneys. And if your kidneys are already slowing down due to age, diabetes, or high blood pressure, this strain can make it harder to clear excess calcium and toxins from your system. That heaviness in your legs? That unexplained fatigue? Sometimes, it's not from overuse or underuse. Sometimes, it's from a supplement you trusted that quietly turned into too much. And the reason this happens so often is because people assume vitamin D is harmless. It's natural. It's good for your bones. And it's added to everything, from milk to cereals to multivitamins. But here's the truth, your body stores vitamin D. It doesn't flush it out like some other vitamins. So when you take 5,000 IU a day, over time, it builds up. And if you're not checking your levels through a blood test, you'll never see it coming. So what should you do? Get tested. That's the simplest, most important step. Ask your doctor to check your 25-hydroxy vitamin D levels. Most seniors do well with 800 to 2000 IU per day, but the key is personalizing it based on your body's needs. And remember, more isn't better. Better is better. And better means smarter, not higher. Now I know, this might feel like a lot to take in. You've probably been told for years that vitamins are always helpful, always safe. But as you can see, especially after 60, the wrong dosage, or the wrong combination, can quietly erode the strength in your legs. So what happens if you've been taking one or more of these? What if you're now wondering if you might be feeling the effects without even realizing it? Don't panic. You're not alone. Let's talk about what you can do next, both emotionally and practically, to protect your health and regain your confidence moving forward. We know. This can feel like a punch to the gut. You did everything right. You made the choice to care for your body, your health, your independence. You trusted those little pills, those daily routines, to help you, not to harm you. So hearing that something as simple and well-meaning as a vitamin might be chipping away at your strength, that's hard. It's painful to even consider. And if you're feeling confused, frustrated, maybe even a little betrayed, please know, you're not alone in that. But let me offer you something powerful, something healing, perspective. This isn't a story about failure. This is a story about learning. Because the truth is, aging isn't about getting everything right the first time. It's a journey. And on that journey, discovering what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Right now, you're more informed than you were 10 minutes ago. You now understand that natural doesn't always mean safe. That even good things, when taken in the wrong way, can quietly turn against us. But you also know this, knowledge is power. And when you have that power, you can protect yourself. You can speak up at your next doctor's appointment. You can advocate for your health, or for someone you love. You can take back control of your legs, your energy, your peace of mind. So here's what I want you to do, today. Not tomorrow. Not next week, Today, go to your cabinet. Pick up that bottle of vitamin D. That B complex. That vitamin E gel cap. Turn it around. Look at the dosage. Ask yourself, is this too much? Then take a second step, just as important. Talk to your doctor. Ask for a basic blood test. One that checks your vitamin D, your B6, your calcium levels. It's simple. It's fast. It's covered by most insurances. And most of all, it's worth it. Because when your legs whisper, "I'm tired," when they tremble, or cramp, or suddenly feel like they're not yours anymore, they're not just being dramatic. They're trying to tell you something. And the good news? You're listening now. You see, your body, no matter your age, is incredibly smart. It wants to heal. It wants to move. It wants to keep you upright, steady, and strong. And with the right support, the right nutrition, and the right guidance, it can. Yes, even after 60. Even after 70. Even if your legs have felt weak for a while now. This isn't the end of your story. It's a new beginning. And guess what? You're not doing it alone. Because here at Elders Wisdom Institute, we walk this journey with you. Step by step. Day by day. Turning confusion into clarity. Fear into strength. And questions into hope. So, let's take a quiet moment and recap what we've uncovered today. The 3 worst vitamins that could be secretly weakening your legs after 60 are: number 1. Vitamin E, when taken in excess. It may sound heart healthy, but too much can interfere with your muscles and nerves. Number 2. Vitamin B6, especially in high-dose B complexes. This one's tricky. It's supposed to boost energy, but too much can damage your nerves, right where you need them most. And number 3. Vitamin D, when taken without knowing your levels. It's essential for bones, but too much, without balance, can cause cramps, stiffness, and even strain your kidneys. Now let me ask you something personal. Have you, or someone you care about, been taking any of these vitamins? Have you noticed changes in your leg strength? Maybe more stumbling? More fatigue when walking? Or that feeling like your legs just aren't as dependable as they used to be? You're not alone. And your story matters. So please, scroll down and share it in the comments. Even if it's just a line or 2. Your experience could be the very thing someone else needs to hear today. It could help a daughter caring for her aging father, or a senior wondering if they're the only one feeling this way. And if this video gave you something to think about, if it helped bring clarity or even just made you pause and look at your supplement bottle a little differently, then I invite you, gently, to subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute. This is more than a channel. It's a space for truth, support, and guidance. Where we don't just talk about aging, we honor it. We uncover the science. We share the stories. And we do it all with compassion, clarity, and care. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to help someone else find this message, a like or a share goes a long way. Thank you. Truly, thank you for spending part of your day with me. I hope you feel a little more empowered, a little more hopeful, and a lot more connected. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and above all, stay kind to yourself. We'll see you in the next video.